the faith community. They, by and large, have been obeying these guidelines. I do want to address some of those rogue pastors, if you will, that are still holding services. And I know that's the minority of pastors, but there are some who claim religious freedom, all of that. What do you say? What's your message to those that are still holding services in the pews?
Well, I would have a message to faith communities across the country. And first and foremost, it would be a word of gratitude. I mean, our churches and synagogues and communities of faith across America have risen to the challenge. I talked to my mom this morning, and she had a neighbor who was bringing over some fresh groceries. I mean, it would be impossible to fully describe what faith communities, even during a time of social distancing and not being able to meet, have still been putting hands and feet on their faith. And it's one of the reasons why the President and I have took efforts to remind every American, as I do so again, that even if you're not in the pew on Sunday, that ministry is still going on. And so to the extent that you're able to continue to contribute to your local church, your local synagogue, your ministry, we encourage you to do that, because those communities of faith are making such an immense difference. And we are also grateful that I think most communities of faith around the country have heeded the President's coronavirus guidelines for America and avoided gatherings of more than 10. And to those who would, as we go into this very precious Easter weekend, who might think otherwise, I would just remind as a brother in Christ that, where two or more are gathered, there he is also. Mm-hmm. And this weekend, my wife and I will gather in the living room at the Vice President's residence. We'll watch our home church, College Park, in Indiana. And then after that, we're going to have a Skype Easter brunch with our kids around the country. We're all making do, but we can still worship, we can still practice our faith, and practice the really important social distancing that at this time in the life of our nation is just so